Alec McChesney with the Christian County Headliner News here. As you can see, right behind me is Carl Junction Field, where the Bulldogs hosted the Ozark Tigers. Tonight was expected to be one of the best games in all of Southwest Missouri for high school football, as the Bulldogs are ranked 3rd in Class 4 and the Tigers ranked 8th in Class 5. Unfortunately, that matchup, the matchup of the week, we didn't get to see that, as the Bulldogs blew out the Tigers by the score of 35-14. Right from the opening gate, it was all Bulldogs, and they led 14-0 at the break. The Tigers could not get anything going. They were 1 for 5 for passing in the first half with just 20 yards on a botched screenplay that Tristan Moreno took for 20 yards that set up a pretty good chance for the Tigers. Ultimately, they weren't able to score. Here's what head coach Chad DePay had to say after the game.
Carl Junction's a really good football team. We knew that, not a secret. They won the physical battle tonight. We had some opportunities, I felt like, to put the ball game close again and see how, maybe we have a shot to make a run at the end. We just did not get those critical little things to turn over our way tonight. And then with a great football team that they have, physical and fast, then they just extended the lead. We had to make some plays at some critical times, had those opportunities.
DePay talked about it. It was all about physicality. Running back Ray Weston for the Bulldogs dominated all day. He had 4 touchdowns, and it was clear that their offensive line, the Bulldogs' offensive line, was manhandling the Tigers in the trenches. So that made a huge difference, and unfortunately for the Tigers, they couldn't get anything going on offense. Without Bradley Bonewell and Kurt Gracie, the running back position is already thin. But tonight, Nathaniel Burlage also got hurt after the game. Coach Chad DePay said it didn't look good, but there's no prognosis yet. But with him out, there was really no one else to turn to. Fortunately, Preston Carson continues to play excellent football. Here is him scoring a touchdown in the third quarter. Preston Carson was all over the field today, on defense, on offense. He really stepped up. Unfortunately, it was not enough, and after the Tigers made it 14-7, Bulldogs ran away, and once again, Weston scored a 44-yard touchdown, a 19-yard touchdown, and he was just too much to handle. Coach Chad DePay said after the game, he's one of the better running backs they've seen, and it was a physical game by Carl Junction. Chase Gorn, the defensive tackle for the Tigers, was really the lone bright spot. Here's a picture of him having a huge sack that ultimately set up the Tigers with an opportunity to come back. They had several different opportunities in the game to make things happen, but they could never get that next play to set things up. It's a tough loss, but they're still 2-1 on the season. Next week, they're going to face Branson in a big game, and a big comeback game after losing in week 3. It's going to be interesting to see what the offense does without Gracie, without Bonewell, and potentially without Nathaniel Burlage. That's it for me, Alec McChesney, Christian County Headliner News. Have a great night.